Hey, it's time to save some lemurs. This one's called Save the Lemurs. Yeah, this is what the... I won't say this is what the majority of the rest of the game is about, but, you know, these are the buddies. They're the people that we have to think about now. And apparently, in the movie at least, the only animals on Madagascar.
Maybe it was just their bedtime.
How often do you run to bed screaming?
Almost every night.
We know.
Hello? Anybody out there?
No.
That was weird.
Do you think they believe me?
Mort, did it ever occur to you that saying you aren't here proves that you are here?
I don't get it.
Do you think they're friendly?
I don't know.
It would make me very happy if they were.
Oh, would it?
Yeah, I would be like so happy.
What would you say if I told you I had a plan to find out if they were friendly?
That would be neat. What's the plan?
Ah, what is that?
He's kind of cute.
Me, please, hurt, don't.
Oh no, he's a masochist.
I don't think that's what he meant.
Hi.
Ha, ha, ha.
What's your name?
We're gonna be here a while. What's happening?
Well, they haven't eaten him yet. I think we're in the clear.
Splendid! We shall form a welcoming committee, and we shall welcome them.
You're not going to eat me?
Now, why would anyone want to eat you?
A good question, and I will answer it for you. Wait, why would anyone want to eat Mort?
Because he's really annoying, Your Majesty.
Because he's really... That's not it. It's something else.
Because we are lemurs, and foosas eat lemurs.
Because we are foosas, and foosas eat lemurs.
Fossa? Where?
No, I wasn't... Anyway, we would like to welcome you, giants who are not going to eat Mort. Where do you hail from?
We're from New York. What zoo is this?
Zoo? I don't believe I'm familiar with that term. Is that a New York expression? We call this island we live on Madagascar.
Madagascar? Marty, do you know what this means? You've actually...
It is kind of weird that
You got your wish,
you don't
Marty.
even, like,
You're right.
they don't know they're on Madagascar until, like, more than halfway through the movie/game.
So wait, who are you guys again?
Also, I remember earlier I was talking about who the protagonist of this movie and the Madagascar series is, and I stand by that. I still feel like,
Is this something we too should be screaming about?
I don't know. I can't decide if it's Alex or Marty. I know that Alex seems to be the one with the arc across the trilogy, but I don't know. This one always kind of felt like Marty's story to me. But this game definitely makes a case for Alex being the protagonist because you do quite a bit of solo playing as him in this game.
Wait for me, guys!
Do not worry, my new friend. We will meet up with him later. For now, we need to find a place to hide until this inconvenience has passed.
Inconvenience? These foosas look pretty mean.
Follow us. That is the secret passage under the baobab tree. Follow us.
Ah! Okay, let's never do that again. So, where do we go now, guys?
Follow us, Marty. A new party awaits.
I can't decide if you guys are blissfully ignorant or just ignorant.
So yeah, we have some cave climbing to do, as you can see.
Those lemurs quick.
But I like playing as Marty, so I don't mind it. Yeah, also, it, kinda sucks, but also... Well, it sucked to me when I was a kid, but now that I'm an adult and the Madagascar franchise has been around for 400 years, they've obviously really milked the whole craze over Move It, which was the theme song of the Lemurs in this movie and all the other ones. And, well, until the Afro Circus song, which is worse, in my opinion. Because at least Move It is, like, a real song that, like, a person might like. But the Afro Circus one was just, like, a meme. To the point that it makes me... Because it was, like, the thing from the trailer for the movie that got attention. And it's not at all on par with... Because I think the third one is probably the funniest one. And it's not on par with the rest of the movie. In terms of being funny at all. Because it's just kind of Marty being annoying. And Marty has, like, less and less to do with the actual plot and to do in the plot as the series goes on. I'm not really sure what to make of that. But anyway, yeah, this part's pretty straightforward. You kick the spiders, see if I can get all these coins. And, okay, we're all the way back here now. I thought that I would have done that a little bit better. Oh, cool. Alright, now we're all the way back at the end. And I hate how long the picking yourself up on a ledge animation takes in this game. But anyway, the other thing that I was thinking about was I was watching the last video of this and making note of how I started talking about but didn't finish talking about, which is very characteristic of me. I think I said something along the lines of like 2006 is the year from which I have the most like movie flashbacks, and really just flashbacks in general to like movies that were coming out, not even movies that I saw back then, but just movies I remember seeing all the trailers and posters for, which is something, those are some of the most vivid memories I have, are seeing the trailers and posters for movies in the movie theater, like in my childhood movie theater growing up. Like the Da Vinci Code was a big one, and it reminded me of the movie Happy Feet. Oh, fuck me. Oh, that's... Are you shitting me right now? Which, by the way, if you didn't already know, is an underrated masterpiece. But when that movie came out, which was in the end of 2006, right around that time, or actually when it came out on DVD, my sister, who... Wait, did I just see what I thought I saw? Yeah, this is in the console as well. Just King Julian running into nothing. I don't know why that happens, but it's kind of funny. Alright, let's not fall off into the abyss, even though I'm about to voluntarily fall off into the abyss to get those coins in a second. I don't think I want to go in there yet. Because, yeah, I want to go into the little water boy there. But yeah, they had a big poster for Happy Feet outside of the Blockbuster when it was coming out on DVD. And my sister, who at the time was 14 and is 5 years older than me, I would give her shit because she was scared of the penguins in Happy Feet. She thought they were very scary, and hated going to Blockbuster, which was our like family go-to spot when I was growing up. One of the best parts of growing up, for sure, in my opinion, in my childhood, was the weekly trips to Blockbuster, the nearby Blockbuster. All of us would be allowed 2 movies to rent, because it was $1 to rent a movie for a week. And I would be allowed a movie and a game. I think games were $3 to rent at the time. And I really miss being able to rent games because it sucks having to,
It's a little windy up
like,
here. Too windy for us.
you have to buy games to try them, and then if you don't like them, then just, like, fuck you. Anyway, this part is interesting. There's these gusts of wind happening, and you need to get the lemurs and hide behind these barriers so that you don't get blown away by the wind, which is a bit of a bummer when it happens.
We thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
And yeah, this is like the new, another use of the crawl ability. And they also, I don't know when it starts, but they also give you that little whoosh forward move you can do with the crawl, which can be helpful for scooting under places. And then, yeah, the lemurs you collect in each little section just disappear, and you start anew with Julian on your back. I was noticing during the opening cutscene of this level that Julian is much less stupid and obnoxious in this game than he is in the movies. And, like, actually interested, at least in this game, in, like, the safety of the lemurs and even of Mort. Whereas in the movie, he absolutely could not care less about literally anybody. So that's funny. Not sure why they went with that. He's also not voiced by Sacha Baron Cohen, who I don't even think... I remember listening to the audio commentary on one of the Madagascar movies, and I'm pretty sure even the directors and Sacha himself don't know what kind of accent that's supposed to be. Oh, fuck. Shit. Yeah, it rolls you all the way back to the beginning if you get caught in the wind. I forgot about that guy, I didn't even see him. Shit, I'm trying to get as much, like, ground covered in between these gusts as I can. But you really do have to, like, take it one at a time, it seems. Unfortunately. I'm not one for patience in video games. I just got done talking in the last Mario Sunshine video about how I hate video game sections that are just long periods of waiting. Which this isn't. This is just kind of timing and whatever, and it's not like you have to wait a million years in between for each gust to end. Just a couple seconds. And I'm gonna get my ass blown away. Great. But yeah, Happy Feet is an underrated masterpiece. One of these days I'll make a video about all the good things about that movie. But suffice it to say that I think it is an underrated animated movie. Although it did win the Oscar for animated feature. It beat Cars, which is good, because Cars is not a good animated movie in my opinion. The Cars video game, on the other hand, I just downloaded that, actually, and I remember playing that on... I used to own it for the Xbox, and that game is surprisingly pretty good. As a racing game, it could certainly do worse with licensed games, and with licensed racing games especially, like, those just usually aren't that good. I thought there was a third section to this, but I guess not, which is cool.
Separated again. Shish.
So yeah, these are... That's a long tail, buddy. Holy crap.
I'm sorry, sir. Do you speak English? Oh, guess not. I'd better get out of here and see if I can hook back up with the others. Too bad, though, because...
This is a weird, like, coral cave?
I wonder where the complaints department is around here.
Yeah, so these foosas, you have to roar at them 3 times, I guess because they're not spooked enough. I don't know what foosa are, or if it's foosa or foosas. They kind of do it interchangeably in this game and in the movie. I noticed during the cutscene that they literally use both, like, characters go back and forth between both pronunciations with ease. So I'm not really sure. I also don't know how to spell it because I've seen it spelled foosa and fossa, like Fossa. Again, in the same, like for this movie. So yeah, I don't know what this is supposed to be. It's like, yeah, it's caves, but they're made of, like, these look like plumes of coral. It is funny how your roars can just kill these cat things. I'm pretty sure that's what they are. They're just some feline predator of Africa that only people who know shit about things would know about. And that was very dumb. Oh, nice. I'm gonna have so many goddamn lives by the end of this game. Because this game is really not hard. I mean, we're already more than halfway through this game. There's only, I don't know if I've said it, and sorry to spoil what the length of the LP will be, like anybody gives a fuck about that. It's 11 levels, and gonna probably be doing one per video, so you can extrapolate that for yourself.
Oh, they must have gone up ahead to the alternate location.
Okay, this part sucks ass.
Where exactly is that?
I'm not sure yet, but we're starting to look for them. We must consider many things. First...
Wow, it's a perfectly safe-looking straight path. Let's go!
Guys, I think we might want to be careful around here. Protect the lemurs!
Okay, so yeah, we have an escort mission. And we all know how much we love those. So yeah, you slowly follow the lemurs around and hit the fossa in the face with mangoes before they can murder them.
If I wasn't here, these lemurs would be history.
And yeah, the mangoes really are your best bet, because otherwise you're gonna be roaring at them like a motherfucker. And I believe you have to have at least 50% of the lemurs you started with in order to beat the mission. Hey, fucker. Get out of here. I don't know what these differently colored ones are. I don't think there's any real difference about them. They may take an extra hit or something, but they still only take one mango like the regular ones, so I don't know what the difference is. Yeah, the foosas are up above us now, so you have to get up on these ledges and hit them.
These fossa aren't just rude.
This is the only time that the big roar plant is useful at all. It's not too bad of an escort mission. I just don't like this format of mission in general because it's like an auto-scroller in a 2D platformer. Just like, I don't like something that limits my movement or timing or whatever. These foos are pure evil.
Just a little bit further, Alex, and we'll be home free.
Now, if you get, I don't know what happens if you make sure 100% of them get home, but I guess we will not be figuring that out. So, oopsie.
We have survived another fossa invasion completely unscathed.
Well, almost unscathed. Our party is not 100% intact. Why, it even appears that Mort's beloved cousin Smort is no longer with us. Smort! Smort!
Yes, and now it's back to our village.
Yeah, just fuck that casualty. Those two lamers that got stolen, that doesn't really matter. I forget what happens. I believe there's some difference between because there are lots of missions like this where there's a certain number of things or animals you need to protect, and like you need to have a certain number of them be okay in order to do it. But something is different if you get 100% of them, but I don't know what it is. Maybe the lemurs give you big hug. Anyway, next time we will be preparing a jungle banquet, which is something that they made up entirely for this game that has nothing to do with anything that happens in the movie. I had a list of more 2006 movies that I wanted to say things about during this video, but you know how it go when you're playing a video game and not thinking about shit that has nothing to do with the video game. Anyway, yeah, Madagascar. Bye.